Hello, hello. Surprise, Saturday stream. I hope this track gets picked because I picked my monster truck to drive with. So if so, oh, bummer. I would have had a huge advantage driving the monster truck with all of those spiders and the spider webs because the spider webs do not affect me. Woke up, was laying in bed, said, you know what? I'm going to take a shower. I want to do a stream because actually I want to turn on the music. I want to see what the music does for the game when I stream. I'm pretty sure on YouTube, if you have the music on, the content gets claimed because that music is not exclusive to this game. They actually just licensed some music to use. I've seen some comments in Milestones forum that people are having problems logging in on Xbox. Skull Crusher looked fantastic. Did you see his flames? He was on the right. So if you're watching the VOD, then you can see the flames coming out of the front of the engine. Straight up. Since I'm driving my shortcut truck, teaching people to use checkpoints, I'll go ahead and use a shortcut on this track. Checkpoint audit, that's right. Oh, what a save. Checkpoint audit, that's Thursdays. I use this truck to test out tracks and see if people are using checkpoints. Because if you don't want people to use shortcuts, then put checkpoints on your track. Did you know about that? What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and show you the other major checkpoint. When the game had daily challenges, it would say like win first place 3 times in whatever section. This is the skyscraper. So when the skyscraper was the choice of locations or maps, well, we had to get 3 first place. I would pick this track because that one huge shortcut I just showed you. And here's another one. See, barriers don't affect trucks either, see? In case you don't know the game. Don't affect me. I don't think I slowed down at all after hitting him. Uh-oh. Ready? We're going this way. Hey, there's the finish right there. I got squished. So I'm going to sit right here. I'll sit right here waiting for people to come. As soon as someone comes, I'll let them have their first place and then I'll zip through. I could look backwards and then we'll see them fly through. It'll be in about, if they're driving well, it'll be in about 25 seconds, I think. I've seen somebody pop in. How are you doing? I'm going to pull up my comments in just a moment. There he goes. You guys paying attention to the drama on Twitch? You know, I'm not really a Twitch streamer, more YouTube homegrown, but you can't help but read what's going on. Some of that drama is caused by people I don't get involved in. I don't get involved in that stuff. It might be interesting to talk about or to learn from, but generally, I just mind myself. Even if I have a problem with someone, I'll speak of it in a respectful way. I said I wanted to turn on the music. Let's see. That's not it. Uh, I thought that I used this. Player options. Maybe I have to do it from the main menu. After this race, let's change our vehicles. Vertigo again. No, how about we do something else? Checkpoint, I see it right there by the T-Rex. Too much. I prefer doing... Oh, he left. You want to do this? I'll be crazy. I should have kept my my monster truck. No, I shouldn't have. All that crazy track. Definitely would not have wanted to be on this track with the truck. With it being that long, I'm guessing it's going to take 4 minutes. If you play the game, how long do you think this track's going to take us? I just turned up my laptop so I can follow chat, and forgot to turn the volume down. I'll avoid traffic. They went that way, I'll go this way. I think some of you asked, someone followed me. Sometimes with a boost on an uphill, you don't know if it's going to be a setup or not. I could have just fell off the track right here. You see? Right, because there's no checkpoint. I could have just went right here. I'm not going to land on it. Hey, wait a second. They don't have checkpoints? Or maybe this was just not very far ahead of where I was. I did not make the livery on this car. I had a Golf livery, but it was just light blue and orange. No, not highly detailed. I just deleted it last night. This way, the reason I did is because if people visit my profile, it'll just have the truck. Oh, I thought I was going to sneak by that barrier. Oh, it didn't dawn on me. We have 3 laps of this. Where's the... I can't see. Oh, it's not bad. 2 minutes. We'll go the other way. Check that way out now. You know, I have built over 100 tracks. Are we gonna make it? I don't know. I don't recall you. Oh, I used the fans one time. Because on one of my track time videos, you know, I emulate my track time layouts on YouTube. Oh, no rails. I went to scratch my nose, had an itch, and it's... Uh-oh, it was a bad time. Oh, I should have went the other way. Oh, yeah! Oh, this is the same one. Oh, no, this is that. Good, I jumped to the other side. Now I don't have to do that loop no more. I do have to stay on the track, though. Oh, man! I shouldn't have fallen off because now it sent me back here again. Ah! I survived. That was not easy. This is the wrong side to pick. I think this just leads right back to where I was. I dropped down to third. I want to get back. I want to get on the other side of the track. I don't like this side. That's not the way. What about this way? This is the other way. Gosh, come on. The other person is chickening out too. Ah, what an idiot. Oh. I just noticed over there on the left there's a track down there. I don't know if I came from there. Oh, I'm going the wrong way, you idiot. I didn't even see the, you're going the wrong way arrow. Okay, we're in first place. I'm not the only person having a hard time with that loop. If you're going to make split tracks, try to make each side equal difficulty. When we get to the garage, we're going to want to take the right side. Oh no, we're going all the way down. Right? We need to go all the way down. Because that first exit's too hot. I think that was the side. Where's the arrow? Oh. Now I don't remember if it was all the way down. Hi Zachary. Thanks for tuning in. I'll follow the Honda. Hopefully they remember which way it. I guess. Oh, that's right, because when I went to the Spider, this is definitely the way I'd rather go. I knew I was going to hit it, but I didn't want to change to it. I didn't want to move. Just hit it and use the boost. Get out of there. The loop on this side is not as bad as the other side because it has a side rail. Save it. It has a side rail. Oh, it's too far. Nope. I knew I wasn't going to make it. I was going too fast, and I was in the middle. Oh, come on. I hate fans. That's why I don't use them. Oh, so I don't know if I finished my train of thought. On I have a track track called Fan Man. And so since Fan Man is in my track time layout, I use the fans to simulate track time. Fan Man. That being said, it's nowhere near as hard as this. I left the side rails on the track for the most part. Gonna make it. Oh! Go, go. I don't think we're gonna finish. Oh, that was rough. That was rough. That was ugly. I should leave the lobby. I should leave the, let's see, invite players, voice chats ready. I want to see if turning on the music is over here. It might be in the main menu. Hello, thanks for popping in. I'm heading out to turn on the music. It might be here in options. Audio. I'm curious what the this way we'll have a little music during the downtime. Can't do this on YouTube because they will claim the video because it's the music's not from the game, they licensed it. So that means the people who own the rights to the music, they claim the videos, which is okay. It's their song. Excuse me, I have allergies. I need to get something to where I could, I need to get a mic that I could turn it off. Uh-oh. You guys are supposed to be on the other side of the track. Well, at least somebody's on the right side, so we don't have to wait for all those popcorn. The popcorn people. Anybody else? Nope. Only one person. Oh no, they're on the wrong side too now. We might have to leave this lobby. Oh, they've already done 3 laps. We'll wait and see if they can make it over. Oh, see, this is a bad track design. Because when he hits reset, it keeps putting him back up on the ledge. And he doesn't have a chance to boost to get over. Bad track design. They should have tested it a few times. I can't believe nobody's told them. What this person should do is stay here, let their boost build up, and then reset up on the edge. People are quitting. I think, no, 8 people. We're gonna have to go because every single person is stuck in here except for the persons. 2 people left, 3 people left. So we gotta leave. Jump in another lobby. Zachary, it's a fun game. You know, they have tons of pre-built tracks. Not only that, you can do multiplayer online. And then what'll be included in the tracks is tracks that people make, including myself, and probably hundreds of people have made tracks. If you like to make custom liveries, like the car I'm driving, somebody made that custom livery. That's not a livery that's in the game. Somebody made it, shared it, and now it's public for anybody to use. Just like the tracks people make, we take the time to make them, we share them publicly, and then anybody can use them. I forgot to look. Wasn't paying attention if this is a standard. No, I don't. This is not. This does not look like a standard track in the game. Let's see who's in second place. Oh, they're not far behind them, because that person was just at this loop. Third place. Oh, they're all bunched up. This person's driving Wile E. Coyote. Let's watch fourth place. See if they can. Uh-oh. See if they can get past third and get on the winner's podium. What games do you like to play? If you happen to hear noise, I have cats, so you might hear them meowing or jumping around. Oh, I wanted the music so this way it wouldn't be boring during these cutscenes. I wonder if the music's on during the time when we pick cars. Okay, that's good. Somebody's meowing. Hi. Pluto wants to go outside. Pluto, I do not let my cats roam the neighborhood. I take them outside for 10 minutes so they can walk around, get some sunshine. Oh, this is simple, but we might be crashing when we come back together at the splits. This is a custom track somebody made. That's their name on the left, creator, Spanky. So, hopefully, yes. A good name for the track too, actually. DNA. It's like a strand of DNA. By the way, Zachary mentioned that he might buy this game. I'm not sponsored. I pay for this game. So any opinions I share are my own. Even if I was sponsored, if you know me as Race Cruise from YouTube, I just say it like it is. Okay, Roadrunner, go-kart. I mean, bump around. Is that synchro on the left? I'm gonna let people go for a little bit, and then I'm gonna boost. Try to avoid a lot of the collisions, or at least not be one of the first people that gets bumped out like that. We get on the winner's podium. Is everybody going to finish? Come on, it's a short track. You should make it. Everybody's in. Hi, Pluto. I have a web. Excuse me. I have a webcam coming. Hopefully for Monday's stream, I'll have the webcam up and running. By the way, all week, hold on. I can't get rid of, I gotta drink something. Hang on. The first two tracks are in the game. The last three tracks are tracks that people custom made. It's always like that. I started streaming this week, and I started streaming at 11 a.m. every day. And so I went ahead and did 11 a.m. today. But I'm noticing that 11 a.m. might not be the best start time. During the week, I noticed that more people came in at noon. So next week, I'm changing my start time to noon. So that's another reason why this is a surprise stream today, because I'm curious what the traffic is. When's the best time to stream? I don't know if there's a good time. I don't know if there is a good time for small streamers. Because when you go to the main page, there's people that have thousands of people watching, and they might get all the traffic. But that's okay. I do, like I mentioned, I'm on YouTube, so I have not started streaming on YouTube yet. I will do that when I get my webcam. 11 a.m. and then, but what the general time zone? Like I'm in California. Oh, it would be nice to get that, but. By the way, I don't think this track had a shortcut. Checkpoint. I don't know if that means that there's a shortcut, but. Oh, slow down. What's gonna happen? Or we just gonna go for it. Don't bump me. I'm surprised I didn't have boost. I didn't know I used it all. Oh, big fail. I was going to make the winner's podium, and then that fail. Huge fail. Oh well. That's the way it goes. That was terrible. General Mountain Time, cool. So what are you doing up? Because it's way past 11 a.m. I forgot to give people likes on the last tracks. Yeah, you know what I do? Oh, 5 people. See, I was thinking if there's 5 people watching, so I was thinking if I started streaming, excuse me, at the normal time like I did during the week of 11. You know, people might be off on the weekend, so starting early might be all right. But Monday through Friday, I'm going to change it to noon for my start time. You know, it's when I'm laying in bed. I'm married, so I'll be laying in bed. I can't have the audio going. Sometimes I just watch people play. And, you know, you can just watch them play. You just watch them drive. You don't have to listen to any other chatter. I don't even know if they are talking. But if I comment, I will post a comment, and then I'll tell them that I'm laying in bed just watching without the audio. So, hey, that's my track. Cash from La Puente. Pick it, pick it! It didn't even dawn on me. We might do my track. That would be cool. Yay! I think this is the first time my track came up on stream. This is one of the tracks I've made from this account, Cash from La Puente. I have another account, Race Grooves, and I have lots of tracks over there. So I wanted to save some spots on Race Grooves. I didn't want to use them all up. So I made this account so that if I had other stuff I wanted to make, I could just make unique things on this account. On my Race Grooves account, I basically emulated tracks that I have on my Track Time channel on YouTube. This track, I haven't played it in a while. I made it when the Looney Tunes first came out. So it has the rocket module. I used a couple of rocket modules. And, you know, I wanted to test out the new module. The rocket module is perfect for Looney Tunes. Absolutely perfect. There's one part where we're going to go uphill. And the reason it's called Hey Wiley is because I drive right by Wiley. So we're gonna be taking a drive. Oh, come on, man! We're gonna fly right by Wiley. There are no real shortcuts in this track. Whee! Right there's the birdseed. I thought it'd be fun to have it launch off and land near the birdseed. Here come the rockets. Uh-oh. I got lucky. I got hit by a rocket, but I landed on the track. This part, you have to stay towards the left because I'm going uphill, and I made it kind of precarious. Not exactly best track design, but I want to make it scary, like you're going to fall off the track. Hi, Wiley. And then I went to magnetic track. I just want to make it a little thrilling at first. And then switch to magnetic track. Something I learned that if you do track building, you kind of want to have 2 straight sections. Give people, after you do some curves, this way people can drift and build up their boost. So after you have your curve, have a straightaway that's about 2 track sections long. Oh, I should have saved a boost. Hopefully I get enough here. Good. The reason I wanted to save a boost because when you land on the ground, sometimes you land with a thud. So I want to boost right before I land. Oh, that did not work. I did not land flat. And right here, the track's close to this rock. I used to have it a lot closer. You could kind of shortcut right here, but it's not really a shortcut. I checked the time, and it's not really faster. Come on. Where am I? I think it's more this way. Uh-oh. I'm totally messed up. I was supposed to go right here. Don't hit the awning, and I hit the awning. So if you don't want to go through the building, you can fly down here, land here, but it's not really faster. Obviously, I messed up. I tried to cut too far over there. I am not likely to finish before the timer. I spent far too much time over there in the... Thanks. I'm already so far behind, you don't need to hit me with the rocket again. 2 out of 3 laps I got hit with the rocket. 3 times. This is not one of my more popular tracks. I think it has like 9 likes, so you know. My most popular is Skee Ball Tubes. Has about 40 likes, I think. So you just bought the game. Did you buy it on Steam or Epic Games? I'm on PlayStation. This year they added crossplay, or this year, a few months. Well, it is this year. The game's only a year old. They added crossplay, so people on PlayStation, Xbox, and Windows Media versions, we can crossplay. Hello, Den Mirasan, or Myerson. Welcome to the stream. I streamed at 11 o'clock during the week. This is my first week. I streamed Monday through Friday, and started at 11 o'clock, and it was kind of early. Not a whole lot of people popping in. So I went ahead and popped in. I figured today, you know, it's Saturday. Maybe single lap we'll go. We'll go ahead and jump in, play games. Or go ahead and stream. It's not on my schedule to stream on Saturday. But it could be. Oh, well, I'm glad you discovered my Twitch. More people know me as Race Grooves, but I started using this name, Cas from La Puente, mainly because people think Race Grooves is only deals with vehicles. Rightfully so, because I have like 700 million views on YouTube with Hot Wheels. But if I want to stream different games, it doesn't make sense for me to use the name Race Grooves. So I came up with the name Cas from La Puente. And that's because when I was growing up in the late 70s, and then video games came out in the early 80s, arcades I should say. Coin-operated video games. Obviously arcades were around before the 70s, because my parents used to take me to like arcades, and they were pinball machines and skee-ball and all those I can't think of what they're called, where you can win prizes. So I used to play pinball when I was a kid, and then video games came out in the late 70s, and it's like, hey, and next you know, that took all my time. So CAS is the 3 initials that I used to put up on the video games. We were allowed to put 3 initials for high score. My last name's Kasimov, so in school people called me Kazzy. But by the time I got to junior high, it's like, well, I want to just shorten it to Kaz. And besides, the 3 letters were perfect for the video games. And since I was near the La Puente area, so that's why I made the channel name Kaz from La Puente. And I'm on YouTube. I have a Kaz from La Puente YouTube channel. I have not done a whole lot on it yet. I'm mainly Race Grooves on YouTube. So there's Race Grooves Gaming. Is where I do most of my content for gaming. I don't think there's been any checkpoints, but there hasn't been any real big areas to do shortcuts. Not only that, my Race Grooves channel, I had a policy of no cussing, no bad language. But in video games, sometimes things happen and something will blurt out. So that's another reason for me to want to use a different name. Because I think people and families have come to expect, Race Grooves to be family friendly. Oh, I made it through there. You get a few seconds of safety. If you get hit by a spider web, you get a few minutes of safety, so you can't get caught right away again. Dang, they're catching me a lot. Well, of course, there's a lot of spiders, so. I think they were all in that row, so we might be in the home stretch. Yeah, 89%. So I cuss in real life. It's appropriate. It has its time and place. But I'm not one who just drops F-bombs just for the heck of it. Thank you for coming over from Race Grooves Gaming. I think I don't remember if I put the Twitch link. Did I put today's Twitch? I was thinking that this morning. Did I put today's Twitch link in the description? Because it's a new thing, so I have I don't know how many videos I have on Race Grooves Gaming now. It's got to be 50. I need to go through all the descriptions and add my Twitch link. Oh, thank you. So I did put it in for today. They so why don't I just stream on YouTube, you might wonder. I probably will on Cas from La Puente, but really I want to build a presence on Twitch and build a presence on YouTube. So I'm focusing on Race Grooves first, Race Grooves Gaming on YouTube. I'm focusing on that. And I could, hey, sorry for that, the blur on the screen. I got a message, and I need to find out how to turn off the notification so it doesn't interfere with my stream. No checkpoints. Uh-oh. I don't know if there's really a way to shortcut the track. Hey, yeah, the magnetic track, that was I like that track is cool. The one part of the track is challenging. Let's say the hopscotch version, no, not version, segment, the hopscotch segment, that's challenging. I think you just have to go slow through there. Don't boost and just kind of float through there. Have to practice. Because sometimes people do that and you have to be prepared for that. Another thing I need to practice is they have the warp module. I am not a fan of the warp module. I don't necessarily understand it. I don't know if I'm not doing it right, but not a fan of the warp module. I have not used it in any of my tracks I've built. I don't plan to, but I might. There's enough other people who make tracks with it, so that's right. See, I kept a boost in reserve, so this way when I got to the bottom, I can just boost right into the track. Dang, I was going to try to take the inside and gotten away. Get down, get down! Uh-oh, I just used my boost. I might need it. I might need 2 boosts there. Yep. Well, this sucks. Que horrible. Hello, Leafton. Thanks for popping in. I'm sorry you're having terrible Wi-Fi. I have, I'm actually not on my house Wi-Fi. I have a room attached to the garage, so I have a separate Wi-Fi for that. And I am plugged straight into the Wi-Fi, so I have the best stream that I can do here where I'm living. Okay, we'll see you. Come back. I will be here. I start at 11. I'll probably go ahead and go for 2 hours today. Might have been time for a different car. Well, I'll change my car next time. Test drive, kind of simple, but we'll try it. This one's an out of bounds track. I do make out of bounds tracks myself as well, but some of these people are using mods. You're only allowed so many building units. Like the track room has a lot, 3,000. But some of the other areas like skyscraper and the basement, you only have like 16, 17, 1,800 units of building points. Well, some people have a mod to where they can get 9,999 units. It's like, you know, now that if you're using it for embellishments on the track, it's all right. Like sidewalls and lights, that's all right. But if you're making it the whole track, it's too long. Oh, I knew it. The other side's the same. No boost. Well, I don't think I've ever played this track. Get down. And that's a reason to save boost. So you save your butt. Oh, did I get third? Yep, snuck in there. I'm doing pretty good today. Thank you for asking. I had an okay night's sleep. Woke up at 4:10. Got 6 hours sleep. And then I laid in bed. And then at 5:30, I figure I'm going to wake up, feed all the cats. So this way my wife can just sleep in. Fed all the cats and then went back to bed. Woke up again 9:45. Told my wife, hey, I think I'll do a surprise stream today. If you're, as far as the wiggling to build a boost, you know, it's part of the game, you can do it. But see, me if you're creating content like I'm streaming, I think it can be dizzying. It might be hard for people to watch. Because, you know, the screen's wiggling around and stuff. It might not provide a good experience for people who are watching. So I will hardly do it at all. Only when I need to. And that's for you guys. I don't have a need to get first place every time. So I can cruise, have fun. I don't want to... There's a crazy one. You're going to fly off the outside edge. We're going to pass. I don't mind doing it. Maybe. This one looks fun. 3-lapper, but it looks fun. It has some modules. Good. Everybody who's playing has the modules. Because I think if you don't own the modules, it won't let us pick the track. I think if it's successful in getting picked, I think the game will just have us do another track. This way, people who have all the necessary modules can participate. Well, I'm thank you were watching when you were younger. It was good times. YouTube changed, and I don't know what kind of kids content I can make. So that's why now I have the Race Grooves TV channel, Race Grooves TV. That channel is for if I decide to do something that's more kids content. But home base, the main Race Grooves channel, that one's probably just going to be racing, like downhill racing and stuff like that. Some people say, why do you have so many channels? I say, well, this way you can subscribe to what you want to see. I could do gaming on that channel, why not? It's racing, Race Grooves. But maybe people don't want, oh, I thought I was still going to be invincible. I might not make the loop, so I got to wiggle. So, you know, I could do gaming on Race Grooves, why not? But, nah. Have focus channels so this way people know what they're getting into. Nope. Not gonna get me again. Get down, get down. What a rookie mistake. Oh, I was not expecting the tornadoes. I thought it was going to be fun doing the modules. But actually, that gives me a chance to catch up. Because if people get caught in the tornadoes. Get back on the magnetic strip. Don't want to fall off. I have a boost. We're going to keep that in reserve for a little bit. Nice design for the track. They have the open edge. Is this where that jump was? Yep. Get out of the way. Why'd I go this way? Oh, I had to because of the tornado. Get down, get down. Checkpoint. Great. Keep my boost because I got smashed through the teeth. Don't make the same rookie mistake twice. Seen you, tornado. You're going to try to let me sneak over and get the boost, and then I wind up right in line with the tornado. Nice try. I seen you. This track, even though they had that checkpoint, I don't remember any other checkpoints. So this track lightly has shortcuts. And on Thursdays, that's what I do. I audit tracks for shortcuts. Caught me in the air. I'm going to try to do a shortcut. So the starting gate is up on the pool table. So after I go through that checkpoint, oh no, there's more than one. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll try to, if I get close to third, then I'll do it. But otherwise, oh. Get over. See, I gotta build a boost, right? Because the shark's coming up. Bummer! Let's see if there's a checkpoint somewhere. Oh, what happened? Why did it boot me over there? Oh well, no time now. That was a little rough. I'm reading the chat right now, okay? Well, thanks for watching for nearly 7 years. Accelerators, a lot of people find the channel that way, especially, you know, back then and even now. Now those accelerators cars are pretty expensive. So, you know, people might want me to use them again in videos. Well, if I've already used it before, I'll go ahead and use the cars. I am not likely to use, you know, reverb and the expensive ones in the boosters. But like if I'm going to have downhill racing or some type of track where it's not boosters, I can still do the accelerators. And remember, I messed up. One of my cars in that downhill race had a bad wheel, so it would be nice to do them again. I did wind up buying a Flathead Fury, so hopefully when I open that up, I think that's like a $80, $100, $150 car. I forgot. And that's an expensive car nowadays. So you learned some English from my channel? I get people telling me that too. I did some cars videos with Lightning McQueen, but there were other channels that were making a lot more. Blue Collection, he made a lot. I still would like to do cars content. It would be downhill racing. Do I have a lot of super treasure hunts? I do have a lot of super treasure. I probably have over 100. But nowadays, I'm not really going to the stores hunting that much. So I don't have any. I couldn't even tell you the last super treasure hunt. It might have been the one I found on the pegs. The last one might have been Velocita. That's one thing that sucks about the off-road portions. They put the boost all the way up to the edge of the track right there. So if you crash, it puts you way back. So if you build a track, don't have these boost strips all the way close to the end of the track when you're coming to the edge of the diorama. This is not cool. I know I'm not supposed to crash, but I don't like getting put all the way back. Look how far back it puts me, way back over here. Turn. Why isn't it not turning? Here, don't crash. Get in the middle. I almost said a bad word. I do not like the, I don't even know if I've made any tracks in stop motion studios. Well, finally made it to there. Hey, that person, they flew across like I tried to do before. Just to pass it. Bypass it. And if I make a track, it's not going to have this much off-road. And even if I do have off-road, don't put those zip strips so close all the way to the edge. Give the game a chance to find a good. These right here, don't put them all the way to the edge, to the end. This way, give the game a chance to have people respawn in a good place. This is only first lap. I have 2 more laps. I'm sure somebody might finish the game. All 3 laps by the time I finish 2. You know, and I keep chatting and then I forget to give people a like at the end for their tracks. I am not giving this track a like. I'm just not. Got to get to the left. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I've done this track before. I forgot you can just fall off and you wind up shortcutting the track. I totally forgot about that. Let's see if I have enough time to do it again. Nope, don't have enough time to do it again. But if I find it, then I can show you. And then if this happens to you, then you just do this. Where was it where you fall off? Was it here? Nope, it wasn't here. There it is. Oh, I was heading to it. It was in the cave right there. You have not even found a super treasure hunt? Well, you know, you have to know when the stores are putting them out because they just don't sit there. As soon as the first collector comes up, you know they're going to buy it. Because even if you don't collect them, you can get it and you can trade for something that you do want. Or sell it. It's up to you. You found it. You bought it. It's yours. You own it. You can do what you want. I'm not sure. You know, there's lots of cars that are better than Super Treasure Hunts. Super Treasure Hunts are just basic cars with special paint and rubber tires, right? But unfortunately, now since they've done so much cost cutting to all the cars, now when they make a Super Treasure Hunt, they're making a Super Treasure Hunt of a car that they've already, you know, degraded the car. So to be honest, it's kind of less interesting. If people want to do this, I have to go straight. It's in a tunnel. Ice room it is. When I create a track, before I publish the track, I do a lot of testing. I do a test in a car. I definitely do a test in a monster truck because I have to find out different experiences. And I also have to keep in mind, you know, if somebody has only a single boost car, make sure you don't make a track to where you have to have at least 2 boosts. Don't make a track like that because some cars only get 1 boost. So don't make a jump that's too far. If it is too far, make sure you have like a split path, an alternate path, so they can take the alternate path. As far as stores getting the cases and employees going through the cases before, it's been that way for 20 years. What's up, dude? Can't even drive straight. Hey, second place, how'd that happen? I tried to avoid that ice. The monster trucks, you know, the monster trucks could just drive right through barriers, right? But sometimes I leave the barriers because why do I want to smash all the barriers and make it easier for the cars to drive through? And leave the barriers so that they can crash. First place? How'd that happen? Let's not jinx myself. Oh. This is going to be my, if all goes well. I have not got a first place yet on the stream. Now, burn all my boosts. There we go. Somebody's behind me. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Finally. Ba, ba, ba. I have not, I'm not familiar with any Hong Kong showroom. If I've heard of it, I don't recall. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Cuckoo! Party train! Cuckoo! One time. I win one race in an hour and 15 minutes. Well, that's because I'm talking too. And I don't focus on the game. Give them a like for the track. Press the triangle if you're on PlayStation. Might be time for another car. That car is nice because it has 3 boosts, but sometimes it can be tough to drive. Flips over and curves sometimes. I don't know what I want to drive. I drove this one yesterday. This one you had to finish level 50 in the season that it was in. We'll go ahead and give it a drive in case you're not familiar with the car. The Beast. No thanks. Loop velocity. Maybe. All cylinders. Oh, it looks pretty good too. I can go for either one. I just prefer us to not wind up with a house track. Oh, house track it is. That's okay. Yes, it was a cool victory. It's nice to win once in a while. You know, there's a shortcut on this track too. I don't know it very well. You try to fly off the track at the beginning and then drive on the shelves. I don't do it. I know the shortcuts there. I don't. When I'm in multiplayer, I rarely do shortcuts. I did a shortcut. So of course, Thursdays are checkpoint audit, and I look for shortcuts on the custom tracks. But when I'm in multiplayer, I generally do not do shortcuts. I think it's kind of rude. But you know what? The game allows it, so if you want to take shortcuts, have at it. I know people get mad when others use shortcuts, but I'm not going to get mad because they're allowed in the game. But if I'm in a lobby where somebody keeps taking the shortcuts, you can just leave the lobby, go to a different lobby, exit, and find another lobby to play. Sorry. I didn't do that. Oh, this car, by the way, with the rear end being lifted up like that, it's very easy for people to ram me, especially that car that's ahead of me. The one, it's one of the Street Fighter cars. That car is a ramming car. You knock people off the track. It's that one white with the blue wing on it. Not that one. Now I have two white. That one in front of me. That car is a ramming car. Same with the Yesco. Why did you make that big swoop? There we go, the home stretch. Can we get it, get it, get it? Oh. We're on the podium with our, the Flash. First time we drove this car. Oh, someone driving the duck? I thought I seen the duck go through. I could have been mistaken. When we get back to the lobby, we'll be able to see if someone was driving the duck. The duck car. Ducky. Can't think of the name of the duck. Third place, I'll take it. So dark you can't even recognize it. If you've watched my videos, I have not... is that GTR from the Fast and Furious? Is it resembling one of the cars in the game? In the movie series? The franchise? Yeah, but what's the name of the duck? I forgot the name of the duck. I don't know if I have the duck on this account because I still have one more zone to fix, to play. Finish. And I don't know if I have the duck on this account. I have this duck. We'll play with this duck until I find the other one. Because certain cars you can earn in the game. Where am I? Let's see right here. What's this? Oh, it's a aerial acrobatic track. This one has jumps, not too many twists and turns. Should be okay. I forgot what car did I pick. Oh, the duck. Daffy Duck. Almost everything that I used in my videos, almost everything I still have. I don't think I have any micro drifters though. I remember buying a lot, a bunch of cars off of eBay, and there were micro drifters in there, but I don't really have them. I might have bought one. I did buy one micro drifters track. One set. It had a one of their chase cars in there, and I think I bought that one because I liked that car. So I'm pretty sure I bought one, but generally I'm not buying that right now. Even the little kid cars that are very popular on my channel, they got a lot of views. What were the other two brands where they had really tiny cars? I bought like Series 1. I didn't buy Series 2. I bought all the cars for Series 1 and that was it. They're the ones that come in the little garage. So when I get my camera, I will be able to like during these parts where nothing's going on in the game, if I'm not chatting, then I can show some cars that I bought recently. But right now I can't do it. I definitely have to focus on this track because Kiko makes challenging tracks. The Duck has it doesn't have the boost pods. It has a boost bar, which in the beginning I didn't care for, but now I definitely got the hang of how to use it. Sometimes it's nice to have a boost pod to where it just boosts you and then it takes you wherever. And you don't even have to think about it. But having a boost bar is nice. I should have hit that green stripe. Green stripe, get it? Treasure hunt? Oh, that's old. They used to have green stripe treasure hunts. But now you look for the circle flame logo. Oh, duck and roll. That's the name of that duck card. Duck and roll. It took it a while for me to dawn it. Oh, what happened? Oh! I wanted a boost to try to catch up a little bit, and that just knocked me back. I missed the boost. Good thing I had some. Is the finish line close to here? Oh no, it's a checkpoint. Up over the logo. Oh, that was early on, not that. Relax, flip. Oh, he snuck right past me. I didn't boost because I didn't want to crash. Eh, well. Good night, Dan. Acceladrome. Yeah, I have. I think I have 4 of them. I need to sell my extras. And then when I do a review of the Acceladrome, I'm not using any accelerators. Does that have? I don't recall if that has exclusive cars in it. Let me look that up real quick. I don't recall. Do you recall? Are there any cars in that set that are exclusive to the Acceladrome? Hot Wheels Acceladrome. Wow. Someone has for $200. Good thing I waited to sell them. I should have changed my car. I don't want to drive the Duck again. Holy cow. Acceladrome, $267. $299. Price has really gone up on that thing. Wow. That's the prices that they've sold. $267. That was just 10 days ago. $299 free shipping, August 13th, so a month ago. Here's a used one where it's been used, opened up. It sold for under $150. Wow. Wow. It's time to get rid of my extras. I'll keep one to do a review, but all the extras, I don't need to keep them. Gotta let them go. Oh, I forgot to look at the cars. I wasn't paying attention. I don't know what track got picked. Oh yeah, I think it's the one I voted for. I know that there were other people voting for it too. I'm not saying that it got picked because I voted for it, you know. Just a nice drive around, nothing too challenging. Especially after a challenging track like that Batman track, the Batcave track. Sometimes you just want to relax on the next track. You don't want to have too many hard tracks in a row. Hey, settle down, Bubba. Oh, someone's behind me. You can't pass me. Don't pass me. Don't pass me. They might try to ram me, though. I gotta be careful. Did they pass me? No, I think they didn't get me at the end. Let's remember to change cars. Right now, I'm looking at the boxes that are on eBay. I'm gonna look at the pictures. And let's see. Only baseline, let's see. It only has a basic baseline, came in the box, sometimes 4 extra random cars. Yeah, see, if I would do the review, one reason I can do the review is because not only would I use it on Race Cruise for the review, but I would also use the set for maybe something on Track Time, the Track Time channel. Maybe have like an epic track battle and then have the cars battle it out in the Accelodrome. Same with Fireball. Yeah, see, I'm glad you learned from my video or wherever you learned it from that you don't want, you got to make sure you get the right year for the mystery cars if you want a chance at a Bugatti. That's kind of long, and look, it's a circuit. You have to do 3 loops. Very good. German Winter Fox, he makes a lot of tracks. Dan, the reason why the Track Time channel has comments disabled is because more than likely it's a channel that's more likely to attract kids, and so I just don't need kids commenting on the videos. It just causes problems. I don't want to have to supervise it, and you know people make accounts and they're not 13 years old, so just no comments. And the other reason is because those videos get views. You know who does comment? It's other channels who are trying to attract attention to their channel. It's like, you know what? I just don't want to babysit people, so no comments. The way I look at it, when you watch TV, there's no comments on TV. Go to the movies, there's no comments in the movies. So when you're watching Track Time, just relax and enjoy. No comments. Besides, if people want to get a hold of me, there's lots of ways to get a hold of me. You don't have to comment on that video. Wow, I got lucky. I got a really nice drift off of that. And same with Race Cruise TV, no comments. Because the videos that I do on that could be more attractive to kids, so no comments. I do allow comments on Race Cruise, and I know kids are commenting, but I decide if I might delete the comment. If let's just say they have Barney as their profile picture. I know you're a kid. Don't put Barney as your profile picture. I just can't have kids. Besides, YouTube has YouTube Kids, the app, right? That doesn't have comments. Oh, by the way, the car I'm driving, was this Gunner Buster's? No, this was German Winter Fox, I think. There's a fellow, his screen name is Gunner Buster. He likes to drive this car. GT. Is this GT Hunter? Boom, right in the face. I'm glad you learned stuff from me, Lil Ethan. Is that, I guess, oh, now that I see that, Lil Ethan, I think it is. Lil. Ethan the third. Third Ethan the third. Especially people who, as far as the comments, especially people who have downhill racing channels, gravity races. You know, they just post scam comments, like great video, and then they put a bunch of racing flags or something. It's like, yeah, I know you're trying to get attention to get people to look at your channel. You're not even commenting on anything on my channel. It's like, so in order to not deal with it, I just I'll keep doing this car. In order to not deal with it, I just turn off comments. Oh, this is a shortcut track. No checkpoints. I'm tempted to just do it to try to find a shortcut. Ah, boring. Oh well. Thanks, Ethan. I'm gonna go 20 minutes, okay? I'm gonna sign off top of the hour. That'd be 1 o'clock. I'd be on for 2 hours here in Southern California. From all of the gravity racing channels, Race Mountain is my favorite so far. Let me do a quick search so I know what that one is. There's, you know, some people make good stuff and some people need to improve the presentation. But, you know, it's their channel. They can do what they want to do. Let's see, Hot Wheels Race Mountain. Oh yeah, oh no. Race Mountain, is that part of the 3D Bot Maker series? Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, he does good work. I'm trying to think of his first name. I think it's a Spanish name. Oh, this is boring. Out of bounds track. You know, I made out of bounds tracks, but they kind of had a theme to it. I'm not going to make an out of bounds track like this where you're just going around and it's boring. Even worse, we have to do 3 laps. Oh, someone had the shark monster truck parked at they didn't race. They stayed at the beginning. It's not Shark Creek. Shark Creek is Monster Jam. I can't remember the name of the Hot Wheels shark. Riveting content. We still have another lap to go after this. I don't know if this track has a sidewall. I don't want to go near the edge anyways. That was boring. Well, Ethan, when you put your name like that, it's easy to, it's nice. It frames it. Cars on the Road, I have not, even though Disney Docket has been talking about Cars on the Road. I assume that's what you're talking about, the new Disney Cars stuff. I have not seen the Cars. I have not watched anything about it on YouTube. I kind of been focusing on getting things done for my gaming channel. Plus, I need to get some cars listed on eBay. So those are things that I should be focusing on. I got 14 minutes left. Let's pick some better tracks. Let's pick a different car. Do I have another car that you can only get by finishing parts of the game? Diora 2? Okay. That's not one that you have to do. But since we're talking about accelerators, let's go ahead and give the Diora 2 a race. No thanks. All those warps, I don't like it. So even though I still don't make a lot of videos, I still keep track of the comments. Because, I still supervise my comment section. So right now I was looking at a recent comment. But I'm trying to see. The comment got cut off, so I'm not sure what they were saying. I love the Diora 2. Yeah, in regards to you saying, you know, do what I like doing, enjoy life. Yeah, you know what? 20 years I was hardcore in collecting, going to the stores. Right now, it's just not exactly. It's not what I'm doing right now. And then if I want to build a track for this game, you know, it takes a lot of time. I hope this isn't that track that we didn't like. It is that track that we didn't like. Don't be on the left. I gotta get over. Don't fall. Unless I can. This might be that part where you can just shortcut. So next time, yeah. See, look. Next time I fall off, just stay off. Now I know. Get boosted and fall down. Hey, the Diora 2 might get first place. I'm still not giving this track a like. I don't think I've ever given it a like. Come on, Bert. Slow down, slow down, slow down, slow down. Where's the track? So right here, it takes us too fast. We wind up over here. We fall down here. Oh, not here. Is this it? Fall down here. Now I push triangle so it can get me facing the way I'm supposed to be going. You know what? Now that I know the shortcut to this track, I'm not going to get so upset when it gets picked. And if people get mad that I shouldn't be taking the shortcut, well, he shouldn't be making this track because if anybody's coming in late, we raced this track earlier, and he doesn't allow a place to respawn. Like right here, from this point forward, he didn't allow the game to pick a spot for us to respawn. It keeps popping us way back there. So now I know. Fall off right there. There's the track. There's the road. Slow down, Batmobile. Drift, drift. Look at that R2 drift. I was going too fast. Excuse me, Tiger. Oh, that's the name of the truck. Tiger something. Tiger Shark? Da, 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 da. Yeah, I've driven the monster truck a lot. Sega Shima, thanks for popping in. I decided to do a surprise Saturday stream. I wanted to test it out with the music, see if I get any notices, copyright notices from Twitch, if they're going to claim the video. I'm not a partner anyways, but you know, I just want to know. Because there's parts in the game where, like when you're picking cars, it's kind of boring. Everybody's just sitting around waiting. I got a Diora 2 on Thursday. I got a first place in the Diora 2 as well. But that's because I took a shortcut. As a matter of fact, Sega Shimi, he just popped into the stream. he happened to be racing at the same time. And from the start, you just launch straight ahead and you just fall into the volcano. You just shoot over to the volcano and land in the volcano. I mean, it's an easy shortcut. It was right there. So, as a matter of fact, I put a clip of it this morning. I watched that video again, and I put a clip. So if you want to see the Diora 2 getting another first place, it's Thursday's stream. Come on, show me the tracks. It was Thursday's stream, and it's called something like Shortcut Audit. If you want to watch the whole video, it's near the end, but otherwise look at my clips section, and I have a clip of Diora 2 winning. That's a nice thing that happened near the end of the stream, being a little exciting. Oh, come on. Come on, Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi. Oh, you know what? I forgot. I made a new track and I haven't published it. So Sagashimi, if you hang on, I am going to publish that track before I sign off. I'm going to give it we're going to do this race. Then I'm going to do the new track, my new custom track, and then I'm going to publish it. So if you want to check it out. I like driving this car. It's not exactly... Oh, checkpoints. I have to respawn because it's not going to let me land down there. Well, I can land, but it's going to bump me back up. This is not exactly a winning car, but I like to drive it. Oh, man. Almost had it. That checkpoint flag over there, it throws you off because you see it straight ahead and you think, oh, I got to go that way. That's funny. That is too funny. Excuse me, I'm coming on the inside. Oh, open edge. I had some boost saved up. Don't fall. Another trophy round, medal round. Oh, I just seen your comment, Sagashimi. The deal with that Batmobile is that it's kind of long, so you know when you're going around curves and you're trying to drift, sometimes it's hard, and it makes you more susceptible for people ramming you too. So let me exit, and I'm going to show you the new track. Let's take it for a spin, and then I will publish the track. For those of you who don't know, when you validate a track, it is you drive a tractor. I think I already validated the track actually. I just have not published. Oops, dang it! I didn't mean to do that. My fat thumb hit the X instead of the O. So you guys are going to get to see the new track even before I publish it. Here we go. I'm going to head over the top to Track Builder. Here's the new track, Dino Chomp. And, okay, it's kind of a gimmick track. I did build it in the out of bounds zone. We'll check it out. In the out of bounds zone, there's no hitboxes. All the stuff that's over there is just graphics. There's no hitboxes because you're not supposed to be over there. If you want to learn how to get into the out of bounds zone, I made a video on my YouTube channel, Race Cruise Gaming. Look for the Batcave out of bounds, how to do it. I'm trying to look for the actual name of the track right now. Let's see. Every video I make, I put in a 2022 Race Grooves videos playlist. So even if you go to my main Race Grooves channel, if you do that, I have a 22 playlist. Any video I make on any channel, I put in that playlist, and it's hosted on Race Grooves. So the video you're going to want to see is called How to Get Out of Bounds in the Batcave for Hot Wheels Unleashed. And you watch that if you want to learn how to make your own out of bounds tracks. I'm not going to show that on stream, how to get out of bounds today. Let's go ahead and we are going to test the track. Let's go ahead or test the track. I'm going to use it. Is it going? No, I have to pick another car. Here's a tractor. You only use this tractor for track building, and it'll validate the track. So if you want to see, I'll just give you a peek real quick. I'm not going to drive with it because it's not a good car to drive with, you know. There's a quick look. Let's change cars. Since we're in the Batcave, let's go ahead and get that Batmobile that I just drove with. Oh, by the way, I went ahead and burned a lot of my treasure hunts and turned them into gears. Super treasure hunts. Because it was too many. It took me forever to scroll across here. I wish they would put a grid on the screen with just all the cars in a big grid. It'd be faster for us to pick. There it is. Here we go. Here's the debut of the track. I used the Haunted Mansion. You know, it's dark, so I thought it'd be fun. All these things right here are just graphics. You cannot run into any of that stuff. No hitboxes on them. I start the race, come here, and went right between the T-Rex's legs. And then I noticed he has a little toe sticking out. So I came in between his feet, but the toe, look, it goes right into the track. But since it's out of bounds, there's no hitboxes. It's just graphics. You just go right through it. Once again, right through it. Oh, something that I designed. So, you know, I just want to share this with you in case you're going to build tracks. Give you something to think about. So in the beginning, you know, I went between the feet. You know, something kind of exciting. But right here, when you come down here, I have the sidewall on the right of the track. You can see the lights. On the left, there's no sidewall. I took it off so that you can look over into the to the left. And there's the normal Batcave that you're allowed to build and drive in. So I left that open, a little bonus visual. We're going to head on up. Oh, look at the teeth. This is a playing card. I go right to the teeth. Oh, and you remember what was the name of the track? It was called Dino Chomp. So, remember, this is just a graphic. There's no hitbox. I can go right through it. Ready? Pew, whoop. And behind it, look, I put the shark. So it's like if you go through this, it's going to bite you because of the teeth, right? Oh, got stuck. Make sure you say boost when you're here. Because to get through the shark, you need boost. Bust through the teeth. Have a little exciting run come around. We want to do some drifting. Oh, see this right here? Look, you go right through it. You go right through the light because it's just a graphic. There's no hitbox. The only thing that I'll point this out. I hope it doesn't spoil your enjoyment of the track if you do it. I put the shark in the mouth of the dinosaur. It's right there. See him looking at you. If you look over to the left, it's not moving. Why is the shark not moving? You can see part of the shark module sticking up out of his back. See it straight ahead of me? There's something white. I wonder why the shark module's not moving. Maybe it doesn't activate until we get over there. Once again, Now people are going to think they have to drive around it, but you don't have to drive around it. Oh, not dinosaur teeth. Come on. I see you. Checkpoints. You have to use checkpoints. You don't want people to shortcut your track. So, like, especially put a checkpoint in a high area, because that's going to cause people to go all the way up to that part of the track. Let me check something. It didn't dawn on me till right now. I wonder if you can see the Shark Jaws module from here, because it's actually bigger than the dinosaur. But all the curves that I just did, yeah, I don't see the Shark Jaws module. Good. All the curves that I did it purposefully in a way that you wouldn't see the sharks, because I wanted them to be a surprise. And I thought this was pretty cool. Put the ghosts in the mouth. You see, because it's nice and dark in there. So coming up here, we're going to go down the throat, but there's another shark module right here. There it is. Goodbye. And finish. Now, because I'm in the testing mode, it just keeps going. When you're in the game, it would end right there. So see, you can't see, you see the shark module right there, and that's the only spot. I don't think you can see the one that I hid behind the card. I didn't really check in all spaces. You can't see the shark jaw I have behind the card. And that's another reason why I started the track low all the way down there between the feet, because I didn't want you to see the shark jaws. Nope, you can't see it there either. Can you see it from over here? No, I don't go far enough over for you to see it. I have already validated the track. Sorry for the blur that shows. Sorry for that blur that shows up on the screen. I need to find out how to disable notifications so that I don't get a pop-up on my PlayStation. And this person, it's like, they're so annoying. One more. These are different, by the way. They don't have the same on-screen. They're not always the same. Ready to burst through? Boom. Oh, let's just do this real quick. So out of bounds, like I said, none of this stuff, even though it looks like it's a level. Oh, one more. See right there, it's a platform? Nope, it's not there. It's out of bounds. Go right through it. You can, people do make tracks on the water right here, but the only thing is it's ripply. You bounce around on it. So I'm not sure if I want to make tracks on here. And if you go totally out of bounds, like all the way over there, the water actually extends past the rocks. When they designed the game, the graphics actually extend past the rocks. You'll see the water right here. See, there's the water. But if you keep going, you will fall off. And if you do fall off, you just keep going. Let's use a boost. You just keep falling. You're just out of bounds in the map. What was that? Oh, I did a complete spin. Let's go ahead and exit. Do you want to leave? Yes. Do you want to save this track? No, I didn't make any changes. Now when I go back to my tracks, actually, my tracks, so it's right there. You see the two shark modules. I actually had a shark module all the way on the bottom, but then that kind of that ruined the surprise, because if when you start the game, if you knew there's going to be a shark in front of you, it's no surprise. So I really like how I hid the two sharks, and I made it kind of fun behind the teeth in two places, so you get the chomp. I hope you like it. If you play the track, please give it a like on PlayStation. You can check it too if you're on Xbox or Windows Media. version. On the bottom, you see how I have that square? I have already validated the track, so the square is available. So that means I can share the track. That's the name, Dino Chomp. If you search for Dino or search for Chomp, you can find the track. And we're going to leave it as checkpoints. Yeah, course. I think they make sense. We'll go ahead and share it. Great, it has been successfully shared. And again, if you want to know how to make out-of-bounds tracks in the Batcave, I have it on my Race Grooves Gaming YouTube channel. If you want to know how to play custom tracks, when you start the game, you start right here. You see Hot Wheels City Rumble. But actually, you want to be on the top road, you go to Quick Modes. I'm going to scoot over the top row. Quick Modes, we want to do Time Attack. Once you do that, you have to select a car. I'm going to go ahead and keep this car. Then when you come here, this is the part that people miss. On the bottom row, community tracks. So you push triangle for community tracks. And since I just published it, it's right here. Right? These are all tracks that people like just published. And then maybe you come here later on and you want to find this track. What you do is on the bottom left corner, you see it shows no filter, and then it has the touchpad. You push the touchpad and then you key in something that you want to see. You don't have to put Dino Chomp. It's going to make it confusing. Just put Dino. That's one way. But there's a lot of people who make tracks with Dino in the title. So I found my track. And here's another one. Skate Cone Dino. Dino Waves. They call it Dino Waves, but no dinosaurs. Why'd you call it Dino? And then if you search for Chomp, I have not done this yet. I'll bet you hardly anybody has used the word chomp in their title. So it should be really It should be really easy to find this track if you use the word chomp. We're going to find out. Forrest's going to find mine because I just published it. And then somebody else made a chomp. Rise chomp. No, I don't know why they call it chomp. I don't know why they use word, but that's okay. It's up to them. Snake chomp. Oh, see, that's good. That's good for the title because the snake is going to chomp on you. Let's see. Oh, yeah, that's why they use chomp here, because they use a snake here as well. Now it makes sense. You're correct, Dan Murison. First-time players might not even pay attention to where the shark is on the map. Since we're here, I'm going to let other people drive Dino Chomp. We'll come back to see if somebody already gave it a like. More than likely, that's Sagashimi, because he's online, so he found out about it. And then, so they'll probably be racing. We're going to go ahead and add these tracks. Let's check out these. A few more races. You want to see a few more races? We'll go for it. Let me add this to favorites. You use a square to add it to favorites. And now at the top, it shows favorites, so I scroll across. So we can try these 3 tracks. I don't want to do mine. Oh, even though I favorite them in a certain order, it puts them up here in date order. I want to do the oldest one first. So you just come out. No checkpoints. How come you don't use checkpoints? Well, this was a year ago. People weren't as wise to the importance of using checkpoints. You only have PC. Yeah, you will not be able to play this if you have Steam or Epic version. Apparently there's a Windows Media version, and if you have that version of the game, then we can crossplay. That's my understanding. I'm not sure. I don't have it. Hey, Dan Mira-san, you know the water, when I was down there on the water, I assume you're talking about when I was bouncing around on the water. I went down there on my monster truck, and it's even better because it has a lot of spring suspension in the wheels. And they were just bouncing around. There's the chomp. So when you make a track, that's another thing to consider is the words you use for the title. You're going to try to make it easy for people to find your tracks if they want to check them out. I did not notice if this. I don't know if anybody's raced this track. We'll see a fastest time in the upper right. Yeah, someone raced it. I want to try to beat 2 minutes, 1:59. Slow down. Where's it gonna go? See, I'm stuck on the wall. Can't get off the wall. Oh, that's why it's 2 minutes long. There's more than just that level. No checkpoints. Oops. Oh no. I tried to save it. We got the fastest time. Backwards. Quit showing off. When I race the track, when I do my Batman track, I will pick a monster truck. I wonder if anybody's made a Batmobile monster truck. Let's go back to time attack, quick modes. We'll keep using this for the next track too. Triangle for community tracks. It's on the bottom. Got my favorites. I enjoyed that person's track. Let me press L. Give them a like. I'm done with that. I can go ahead and remove it from my favorites. Now let's see. Rise, Chomp. Wacky track 142. I don't know if I'll be able to beat it because the volcano takes time to get through. Let me give them a like while I'm here. And then I'm going to go ahead and remove it from my favorites. So when I come back, I just have my track. Here we go. Oh, I forgot the time. 1:36. No, what was the fastest time? 1:42. You're welcome. I enjoyed chatting with you. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. You have a good night. I'm glad I made your childhood better. I made an effort to have family-friendly content that people can enjoy. I could have probably made a lot more money making naughty videos because, you know, kids love to watch naughty stuff. People using bad language and stuff. I'm sure you can think of some big YouTube stars that people like to watch. PewDiePie was huge. Still is huge. But you know what? I did my thing. And I wanted parents to be able to let their kids watch my videos without worrying. I wanted their parents to trust me. And that's why I have this Kaz account, because it's not race groups. So if I accidentally use a bad word, I don't have to worry about it. I don't think I used a bad word today. Sagashimi, I don't have plans on streaming tomorrow. I could do a surprise stream like today. If my camera comes in today, I might test it in a surprise stream. Go! Ah, safe. You know, I should just hit reset, but I'm stubborn. And because of that, he passed me up. Oh, shortcut right there. Just fall into the volcano. Land on the track. Ta-da! That's why when you build tracks, you need to be aware of how people can take shortcuts. If you want to let people take shortcuts, that's fine. But if you don't want to allow shortcuts, you need to know how to design the track to avoid shortcuts. The main thing is use checkpoints. And here we go. We'll do... First off, I have to go into my collection. Let's get a monster truck. Let's see if somebody... This is already boosted up all the way. Let's see if somebody made a Batman type truck for Bone Shaker. Two things you can search for is Bat and Batman. Let's see. Nobody's made a Batman truck. We'll search again. This time we're going to search a Batman. You know what's a better truck to use for a Batman is the one that's the SUV, because there's a lot of room on the body for them to add liveries. Nope. Let's switch trucks. You know, the one that I use for my checkpoint audit. By the way, I did the graphics. Cuckoo! These. There's the duck. Duck and roll. I collected quite a few of those when they were on the pegs, just because I knew that's a fun car, and you know, in the future I would like to have extras. Maybe have grandkids or cousins or whatever. I want to have extras if I want to give them away. Maybe some of my wife's friends. But for the most part, I keep all that stuff because I might wind up using them in a video. On the other hand, there's some stuff that I have extras I'm going to be selling on eBay. The link is on my main Twitch page. There you go. See the magnifying glass? I made that myself. Helping you make better tracks. Checkpoint audit. And of course, this account, Cash from La Fuente. But let's see if somebody made a Batman livery. So the link to my eBay store is on my main page on Twitch. It's in the description of every Race Grooves gaming video as well. Batman. I should just put Bat. Nobody made a livery for Batman. Well, that's unfortunate. Would have been fun to use it today. You know why? It's because people don't really like the monster trucks. One more, just in case. Gotham. Oops. None. Nobody made a custom livery for. Hey, we'll use this. Why not? Super Joe made this livery. If you want to search for it, he did it on HW Demo Derby, and he named it the Pumpkin King. Very nice. It's going to look good in this area. Dark. Orange tires. Where are we? Let's back up. Let's go to quick modes. Time attack. We're picking... I don't know if it's going to have the Nightmare Deco on the car right here. I hope I didn't pass it. I was looking over at my screen real quick. There it is. The orange is going to look fantastic in on the track. Here we go. Community tracks, triangle. I just published it, so it's going to be right here. And I can see it's the Batcave right there. I'm going to go ahead and remove it from favorites. I don't need it in the favorites anymore. I'm sure people are going to be able to beat my time because I'm driving a monster truck. Yeah, it's a very nice livery. That's why when I seen it, it says like, you know what? I want to make sure I want to save that livery. We're allowed to save 100 liveries. The only thing is there's like over 100 cars in the game. Oh yeah, we get to see the mini maps. Let's see mini movies. That's pretty good. This is nothing particular. Hopefully it doesn't show a shark, because that's supposed to be a surprise. Watch it go through the card and reveal the shark. It did not show the shark. There's the track going in the mouth of the dinosaur. We'll see that again coming around. Yeah, no secrets revealed. You have no control over which sections they pick for these mini trailers, by the way. I like that. Even though you can't see the shark behind the card. Here we go. What am I going to do? I'm not going to do the whole track, because remember, I'm going to fall down. I wanted to show you the bumpy wheels. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to show you how the wheels bounce on the water. If you're just joining the stream, I built this track in the out of bounds zone of the Batcave. If you want to learn how to make out of bounds tracks yourself, on my Race Grooves Gaming channel, search for a video I made called How to Get Out of Bounds in the Batcave. Get ready? That! I saved boost, I know. My track, I knew it was there. But you know, people aren't going to know. They're going to go right through it, and then all the cars are going to be piled up right there. Don't fall off. Not yet. Oh, hold on. See, you can see that right there in the center is going to move. I heard the movement of the shark. We might be too far away. It might not activate if you're too far away. I can hear a noise, but I don't see anything moving. Oh, sorry, I broke your tooth. Hello. I have not heard a special sound for the boost for this truck. I wonder if it's because I'm in the out of bounds zone. Sorry for the blurs on your screen again, because that person sends a lot of messages. So we don't want to finish. I'm going to fall out of bounds. I want to get down to the water. All this stuff right here, right? It's just graphics. No hitboxes. Just go right through it. Let's get down to the water. See? See what I told you about the monster truck and the tires on the out of bounds? We'll go ahead and end it right there. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you have a good weekend. Bye bye.